This is Christopher Judge. You may know me best as Teal'c, and you are listening to Bad Nerds. Indeed.
Welcome to Stargate SG-1 for the first time. Still not a Star Trek podcast. My name is Jeff Aiken, and I'm watching Stargate SG-1 for the first time.
And I'm Brent Allen, and I'm watching Stargate SG-1 for the 47th time. But for the first time, I am looking for what Stargate is trying to teach us. You know, those lessons that hold up a mirror to society, give us hope that things can be better in the future, or, I don't know, maybe tell us how we can be better people to one another.
It's 100% going to happen in this one because, Brent, this one's called The Curse. And it's not going to be about people cursing other people to not be better people to each other. I think my prediction is that this one is going to be an Indiana Jones episode. Some colleague of Daniel's is going to be in Egypt, unearth something, and like everything they unearth in Egypt will be a totally cursed thing. This one will be cursed probably with a Goa'uld or something like that.
You're such a good guesser, Jeff.
Yeah, clearly. Hey, any cool facts on this one?
Just a few. This is the 13th episode, season 4, original air date, September 22nd in the year 2000. For anyone keeping track, they've really not had a break yet this season.
Not at all.
Really not had a break. This is written by our famed writing team, Joseph Malazzi and Paul Mully. You'll remember they basically just do everything together. They never take a break. This episode is directed by a new name for us, Jeff. Andy Makita. Yeah. Okay. We're going to add Andy's name to our growing list of our Stargate production staff and Stargate family that is very influential in the course of the show. This is actually only the second episode which he has directed for the Stargate franchise, but hold on, because it's about to get a lot more involved. He's actually been around since the pilot episode, though, serving throughout the first season as the first assistant director. But from the second season on, his status gets elevated to production manager. And he's also the first director, or the director, of the second unit for the whole series.
Okay.
Like, he just does the whole show.
He's not the first one who really started in one of those assistant positions in season 1 and kind of worked their way up. I forget who the other one was. We had, I don't know, maybe last season, but
yeah,
there was somebody else.
And, you know, his was certainly more, he wasn't just like the guy going to get coffee. Like, he was a person, you know. Yeah.
Not a production assistant, like a PA, but like assistant director, sort of.
Yeah, he was the first assistant director. Mm-hmm. And they, you know, obviously they give him the second unit and let him just go direct that for a while. And then they're tossing him some actual main episodes now. The 6th season, I will go ahead and tell you, he will eventually join as a producer of the show. Okay. Where he will remain through the end of season 10. When SG-1 wraps, he's actually going to move over as a producer on Atlantis. And he'll be there through Atlantis. And he's going to be with the franchise during their run for Stargate Universe. So the guy is around all of Stargate. He is a part of the team. It's a name we're going to get to know. It's a name you're going to hear it several times. Cool. Now, in this episode, there's a bunch of new characters, not necessarily ones you're going to see a bunch more that are ever going to come back or anything like that. But this particular group of characters that are guest actors and things like that, they're all named after Green Lantern characters.
Oh, okay.
So particularly their last names, not necessarily the first names, but their last names are all Green Lantern characters.
I'm not going to pick up on a lot of that. I never got into the Green Lantern thing.
Me either. Yeah. Because Marvel is better than DC. 100%.
100%.
If you disagree with that, you can send all of your emails to jeff@stargateforthefirsttime.com.
And he's going to say, yeehaw!
All right, Jeff, with that, why don't we go ahead and jump into this episode? Hey, if you guys are joining us out there for the first time, every episode is somebody's first time. Welcome to the show. We hope you're enjoying it so far. What's about to happen is Jeff and I are going to go watch this episode together right now. We haven't watched this episode before, taken notes and come in to talk about this. Nope, we're going to do it right now. If you're hanging out with us on YouTube, stick around because you're going to catch the reaction that Jeff and I are going to do to that episode, so you get to watch it with us a little bit. And if you want the full unedited version of that reaction, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/badnerds.
If you're listening to us on a podcasting app, buckle up. You're about to gate into the future. We'll meet you on the other side. I'll share my first-time reactions. Brent will share any of the sci-fi messages that he's found. So, Brent, let's dive into The Curse. Oh, it looks very Egypt-y. Mm-hmm. I got one word in my prediction, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I should start doing, is like just going by the words.
We finally have a chance to do a resonance scan on the Osiris chart.
Great.
Osiris.
Another couple of weeks, and we never would have known what was inside.
Well, we could always break the seal and take a look.
Blasphemy.
Joking. Well, half joking.
You coming?
Yeah, I just have a few things. I'll see you down there.
All right.
Okay.
Don't trust this guy.
No.
Immediately. Don't trust this guy. He's going to open them all. Time out. Jeff, do you remember what happened last time we found canopic jars?
Wasn't that, what's her face?
Hathor,
yeah.
She was in the canopic jar.
Yeah, and that didn't turn out well for anyone, including us as viewers.
Yeah. It is interesting to be back to the Egyptian thing now, you know?
It feels like almost like a step backwards in a way. Backwards, not backwards,
Tilk's
but
into this
back.
stuff.
Tilk's into this stuff. That's why he's reading it.
Right.
A great week is in store for you. You'll be going on a trip.
Let me see that.
He did that in the movie.
Oh my
That's
God.
right.
The newspaper.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh-oh.
he's dead. My archaeology professor.
Was that dude that we
think
just
so,
saw?
Yeah.
Because the other dude used the Osiris statue to gack him.
So, Jeff, you got Egyptian old Daniel colleague.
yeah, all I need now is a curse. I nailed it.
Indiana Jones, man. Here we go.
Somebody puts on a hat. If somebody puts on a hat or has a whip, I win.
He was like a father to me.
Daniel's BS meter is going through the roof right now. He's like,
Right.
And some of his bitter disappointments.
Oh, yeah. Just stare at Daniel when you say
oh.
Yeah. Some history there.
I'll remember him always as
This guy, 23.
dedicated archaeologist, kind and generous man,
He sounds so bored.
and a true friend.
I think he's trying to sound like stoic a little bit, but he just sounds bored.
It's like trying to sound sad, but not. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, I like that shot. That's good composition.
Good job, Andy Makita.
There's a reason they kept that guy on.
Great.
Stephen?
Yeah, you know it's him. Why are you questioning it?
Steven? You're here?
Sarah.
Daniel.
It's so weird that other students of his would be here.
Despite the circumstances?
I know. I still can't believe he's gone.
What have you been up to?
I've been busy.
I've been traveling.
I've looked for signs of you out there in the fringes. There's been no papers, no research projects. It's like you fell off the face of the earth.
Stepped off, actually.
Something like that.
As I recall, the last time I saw you, you were giving a lecture to an empty room.
Well, it was full when I started.
Well, maybe the world just wasn't ready to hear that the pyramids were built by aliens, or was it men from Atlantis?
Stephen, please.
Yes, Stephen, please.
Why did you come? If you're looking for closure, Daniel, I'd say you're a little late.
Thanks, Steven. It's good seeing you.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure, Stephen.
There you go.
Steven should have just flicked him off at that point.
Right.
Like, if this was real life.
He just did in the car because he's not. He's too much of a
Are you
wuss.
doing anything, or?
No. I'm all yours.
Yes, you are. Hello.
Daniel's got a thing for redheads.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I don't know if that's true or
It's
not, but
usually
He
like
just has
does
a
now.
thing for
Last couple of days
for
were
women.
really hard on her.
Maybe we should be counting
You
Daniel
joking?
girlfriends.
You know, even after everything that happened, Dr. Jordan never thought me less of you. You found something, didn't you? Something that supports your theory.
More than that.
Come on.
I can't.
Daniel.
Let's just say that what the world knows about ancient Egypt barely scratches the surface.
Of course, he offers no proof as he says this. So
No, he's just like, it's amazing.
right?
And I'm in the middle of it. Just trust me.
Right.
You finally ready to take me up on that fishing trip?
Actually, sir, I have a few projects on the go.
Fishing trip.
Are you really trying to tell me you'd rather work in the dark, dank,
Me and Tilk are gonna go
underground
fishing?
than sit on a dock with your feet perched up, sipping a cold one, and casting for that ever-elusive crappie?
Colonel O'Neill, I would like to
Strange as
go
it may
fishing
sound, sir.
with you.
Yes. Have a good time.
To each his own. Her. I meant her.
Say it. Say it.
Her.
So, Teal'c, this would be great. Just you and me. What do you say? Come on. The loons. Don't forget the loons.
I am so for this storyline.
I might like to see what we were working on before the accident.
I'm glad that you're into that particular storyline.
Wow.
Have you ever, I think when you were here, I watched some of it, but there's a YouTube channel that just does dad jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just like two dudes sitting on a dock sort of thing.
Yeah.
I want that with Jack and Teal'c.
Oh, yeah.
43 minutes, whole thing.
I want to hear the jokes Teal'c tells Jack.
I know. Oh, man. I'm going to rewrite this episode before it even gets there. That's what happens. Like, here's this Daniel curse whatever stuff. Right. Here's the real episode.
If these things went down with a ship in 1931, how did they wind up here?
Well, they found the wreck a couple of months ago. All these artifacts were still in their packing crates. We just got them last week.
Well, I can stay for a couple more days if you need some help cataloging these.
Uh-oh.
Stuff is gone.
What?
Something's missing.
The murder weapon?
A gold amulet.
Oh, no, we haven't seen that.
Daniel, I've got to find it.
It's going to be me, Teal'c, and the great outdoors. That means no cell phones, no fax machines, not another living soul for miles. Will be unavailable, inaccessible.
Jack is in cargo capris.
Minnesota, sir.
I love it so much.
If there's an emergency back at the base, better plan ahead and tell me now.
I love he's got his dog tags hanging
Have to
outside.
beam me up. If the Tok'ra forget.
Star Trek reference.
Nice. If Thor needs me, he'll beam me up. If it's the Tok'ra, forget it.
Never seen those symbols before, have you?
Yes. I'm going to need to do a translation.
Is it
you got
Goa'uld?
A gate address.
Or is it a gate address? Or is it ancient? Or is it Jaffa? What are we looking at, Daniel?
They're going to keep us in suspense. Is she making a bike?
She's
Carter.
Sam, it's me.
Call Lanier.
Right?
Thanks for your help, Sergeant.
Yeah, no sweat, Major.
Hey, Sergeant
The
Siler.
Siler. Look at that.
Where are you?
Still in Chicago.
I'm in the basement of a museum looking at what appears to be an Egyptian burial jar.
Okay.
She's like, good for you.
Which may not seem out of the ordinary in a museum, granted, but there's something else besides the usual hieroglyphs. There's a second set of markings. They're Goa'uld symbols.
Yeah. Bum. I wonder if she's putting that bike together, fixing it up for Jack as a gift. Oh. Here we go. So it's just standing.
Teal'c doesn't even have a chair.
At least he's got a rod, at least.
Yeah.
I almost expect him just to be standing and watching.
There appears to be no fish here, O'Neill.
T. It's not about the actual fish themselves. It's about fishing. You didn't.
By request of General Hammond.
When did Teal'c get a cell phone?
Right. He's got a fancy razor.
Oh, no, he's got he does.
What? Yes, Daniel. He's right here. Please hold.
Listen, I need a little help with a translation. I've got a line here that reads, Hakor Kra Terak Shri.
He's like, I still got it.
Banished to oblivion.
Right. Okay, thank you.
If you require assistance, I would be more than happy to return to the SGC.
No, thanks. I think I can take it from here.
Are you sure?
Give me that.
Indeed.
I want this story now to be like the arc of
Daniel.
Teal'c understanding fishing and then becoming obsessed.
Right?
The Goa'uld symbols indicate that Isis and Osiris suffered some sort of punishment or banishment.
Where to?
I have
Oblivion.
no idea.
Major, I want the contents analyzed.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'd be careful if I were you. For all we know, it could be some sort of Goa'uld booby trap left behind by Osiris as a means of revenge. Also, it's cursed, so...
So watch out for that.
Thanks for the warning.
General,
For real, people have died.
there's something else.
Mm-hmm.
The inventory of the Stewart expedition lists 2 jars.
Can you find the other one?
Well, I can try. I was going to head back to Chicago tonight.
What is his plane bill?
I just flew in this morning to do this little bit of research. I'm going to fly back. No.
Right? I mean, I guess unless SGC personnel have, like, people on standby to just take them over.
Yeah, door's about to shut.
Mm-hmm.
Music is like, oh my god. It's like, what? I literally just see a light floating in the...
You mind?
What are you doing?
What are you doing here in the dark, dude?
Right?
Without your own flashlight or lights on.
I work here, Daniel.
Or whatever.
Remember? I'm looking for the breaker box, wherever the damn thing is.
Yeah, amongst all those books. Yeah, it makes sense. That's a great place for it to be.
Right. I had a few questions for the curator.
I don't think she's here. The lights were out when I came in.
Oh, I found the breaker box. Look at that. On the wall.
I'll get into this with you right now, but you need my help.
Why, you think there might be aliens involved?
Is that the curator?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully a computer-enhanced MRI will tell us something.
Goa'uld?
Is that what I think it is?
Yes, sir. It's a Goa'uld
Survey
seed.
says.
The last one was still alive after however many hundreds of thousands
Police
of
said
years or
that the
whatever.
museum curator suffered a fatal blunt trauma to the skull. Do you have any pictures of the Osiris jar, the one that was destroyed in the explosion?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, because I really just want to read it.
The fact it's destroyed is probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
I can't make out the inscription around the collar.
We were unable to identify the symbols, but Dr. Jordan copied them in his notebook.
That's great. Thanks for holding out on me.
Literally all I needed.
Those markings are unlike anything we've ever seen before. They're not Egyptian.
No, they're not Egyptian.
So what are they?
I can't tell you.
What are they?
You know. How?
Told you, I'm into some
Let's
cool
just say
stuff.
I can't really go into it right now, but this is very important.
Do you remember the last time they had their hands in one of these devices with the little rubber gloves?
Vaguely.
Wasn't it like there was some nanovirus that ate through the gloves? And
That's why Sam doesn't have her hands in it this time. Oh, no, yeah.
So I just want to point out that is not a full-grown Goa'uld, as was shown on the MRI image
It's dead.
that they just pulled out.
What could just be what's left of it?
No. See, look. That's a baby Goa'uld. That's a primta. It's one of those things I feel like they just grabbed the wrong prop
Do we know how
out of the
long
prop
it's been
department.
inside the jar? According to Daniel, several thousand years. Well, it's perfectly preserved. Could have died yesterday.
Maybe it did die yesterday.
Something's wrong.
What?
Dr. Jordan's files are gone.
Think that's the curse, or do you think it's
His
Steve?
email account.
Do you keep backups?
Look at those, Jeff. Look at those.
Yeah, they're not here.
That was like 6 megabytes she just went through.
Is the most confusing floppy drives that were hard.
The system
That's right.
marks file space that's been deleted as Tombstone.
This is still the year 2000.
Usually a window of about 30 days.
I think we were still using those then.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Retrieve the files before the Tombstone values replicate through the network.
When the iMac came out in 1999, and it was the first machine that didn't have a floppy drive on it, and people
Professor
lost their
received one
minds.
message on the night he died. Well, I'm guessing he never got around to reading it. Missing gold amulet. Oh my God, Daniel, it's over 10,000 years old. This means you were right all along.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Egyptian civilization must be thousands of years older than we've ever assumed.
Sarah, you can't tell anyone about this.
What are you talking about? This is exactly the evidence you've been looking for.
Do you want to die? Keep talking.
Look, all we got is results of one carbon dating analysis done on a missing artifact.
So we can contact the technician who performed the analysis.
They did.
Dr. Jordan wasn't the only one to get these results.
Dr. Stephen Rayner.
Major, what you're saying is true, and the second jar survived the trip unscathed.
Yes, sir. There could be a Goa'uld out there.
In Dr. Rayner. Dr. Steve.
I keep waiting for the whip and the hat to...
Right? It's
chime in
we gotta
here.
go find him.
You show up after 5 years, but you can't say where you've been. You've got this mysterious ability to be able to read an ancient language which nobody's ever seen before, but you can't explain how. And when we finally find the evidence that's able to vindicate you in front of the entire archaeological community, you want to cover it up. What is going on?
So, what she just described is what any person in the scientific field would say that and be like, oh, because you're attached to the military. Like that, you know what I mean? Like that's obvious, I think. And I would think in that community that'd be a known thing.
I mean, I feel like Daniel could at least say, I'm working with the military now and I can't say.
Yeah, just
like he could at least indicate that. Maybe not. Maybe that's a part of his NDA. Like you can say nothing.
Yeah, or something. Or just I'm with the government now. Or what I don't know. But something.
Mm-hmm. Or just lie to her out and out and make her feel better.
This is me, Daniel.
I know.
Then why can't you trust me?
Well, because we broke up And I've since been married, and
past 5 years.
she had a kid without me.
Been through some stuff.
I've died a few times.
Fell in love with a god because I was addicted to this little thing you lay down in, and I don't know. It's kind of messy.
Not yet.
So you're working for the government?
There you go.
Daniel.
I'm sorry.
You're just going to disappear again, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
I think Stephen was right. You never should have come back.
Let's see what you're saying after
See,
Expo.
I don't feel like Daniel cares when she says that.
He's just like...
He's like, sorry.
All right, sweetie.
I didn't come back to do all this. I just came to pay my respects to my ancient professor.
So how do we find
And
him?
this douche nozzle guy over here messed everything up, and now I'm stuck.
Dr. Jordan's office. Now, by Earth standards, it's a priceless relic, but I'm assuming a Goa'uld isn't interested in its monetary value, so...
Then why take it?
That's a good question.
I want you to hold that option in reserve. Your priority is to stop the Goa'uld with minimum risk to yourself.
Mm-hmm. In other words, kill it if you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's right here. Sir?
By any means necessary.
Hammond, got a
Pizza's
lead
been
on
delivered.
Stephen Rayner. He boarded a flight to Cairo 4 hours ago.
He could be headed back to the temple in Egypt where the jars are first discovered. If we move fast, we could head him off, sir.
Dun, 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 dun. I feel like they should be driving up alongside a tank right now. Going through a canyon somewhere.
Yep.
Thank you for
Year
slowing down
2000.
so we could talk for a moment.
Right. Let's get the wind down a little bit. The year 2000, using GPS is a pretty advanced thing to be doing.
Well, when you're the government and you're, literally tracking people across the universe or the galaxy, that one should be easy to do. I'm pretty sure he'd have to get like a bunch of permits and stuff to roll up in this place.
And he's wearing a lot of white that's very clean.
Yeah, well, So, Jeff, I'm just curious. Do you think he has the Goa'uld?
I do.
Is that our plan? We haven't really... The show certainly seems to be intimating. I'm just wondering if that's where you are on it, so...
Yeah, I feel like he's...
it's fairly obvious, right? Like
implanted, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been doing the killing.
Yeah. Well, he shines a light through it, and a crystal indicates where on the floor...
It's like the thing in Goonies that was the skull.
Right.
Oh, it's a hand wavy thing.
Yeah.
I like how there's already tire tracks there. I think they're right.
Well,
but it's like in the exact spot.
Yeah. I love Daniel's outfit. Oh my god.
For the archaeologist who wants to look good on the go.
I think like a troll dart right there, man. She's got troll hair. How much would you just love it if that's actually how they built the prop? Because they just took troll hair and glued it onto the end of the whatever.
Steve.
Oh.
I'm not sensing anything. He's not Goa'uld.
Sarah.
Stephen.
He's breathing internally.
Stephen, it's me. What happened?
I took the amulet. It's over 10,000 years old. Your theory was right all along. I'm sorry.
Stephen, who did this to you?
I did.
Yeah.
Sarah?
Dude, Janet's never been thrown by one of those things before. He has, though.
Daniel Jackson. You seem to know much of the Goa'uld. Much more than any other human I have encountered since my awakening. Where is the Stargate?
It's right over there. Where?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where is my brother Setish?
You mean Seth?
He did.
We killed
him.
him.
Dead. We killed him. No, we also killed Ra, and Hathor, and, who else? Sokar?
Then you have done me a great favor. I will rule without opposition.
Well,
no, you won't rule at all. You see, we don't worship false gods anymore.
Sure about that.
Far it is true. But you are still weak. Even now you are torn between your desire to kill me and your concern for my host. She who freed me from my long sleep.
We have the jar.
Where Where is it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
That's a view he's very familiar with right there. Trigger warning.
Where is my queen?
Daniel's done this enough. He's built up a resistance to it.
What is this? What have you done?
Why'd you poke me?
Right?
This is kind of uncomfortable.
You will pay for this impudence.
After I lay down for a minute,
I'm gonna open up this thing and just hand wave it into the thing.
Is a ship?
It's a thing to think about. Like, old technology and design must not have really changed that much in the thousands of years.
In the 10,000 years. Here's the same hand wavy thing.
Make no mistake. Osiris will return, and the rivers of the earth will run red with blood.
Yeah, we actually dissected Osiris. Like, oh,
come on, Sam! You couldn't get one bullet through the rings. You had to hit each ring.
So she got away, and it's going to be an ongoing.
Although to be fair, Sam had just been tossed up against a wall.
She's a major.
You all right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm getting used to that thing.
Where's Osiris?
Gone.
Steven?
Get him out of here right now. I think I'll make it.
In the meantime, I guess we'd better think of a story to tell him.
Or just kill him. Say that the Goa'uld did it.
Mm-hmm. Daniel's still feeling the effects of those things.
That's different.
That is very different. That almost looks very, what's that ship that Boba Fett did in Star Wars?
They can't call it what it was anymore. They gave it a new name.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the new name was.
Oh, well, there you go.
Before we gate into the rest of this episode, did you know you're missing most of the content from this podcast? Stargate SG-1 for the first time has an active and exciting Patreon that you can join right now by clicking the link in the show notes. Not only will you get access to the full, unedited podcast and reaction videos, you'll also be able to join a growing, vibrant, maybe even an intergalactic community. Subscribers even get access to all of our content from Babylon 5 for the first time. Don't miss out on this content and the amazing people. Just click the link in the show notes. Tilk thinks you should do it right now.
Indeed.
All right, Jeff, well, we've just finished watching The Curse. Your prediction, Daniel's former colleague, Egypt, Indiana Jones, 2 out of 3, and you might have even gotten 3, to be honest with you. As I said, you are a good guesser. My friend, take us through it. What is your first experience of The Curse?
I think the most disappointing thing about this episode is the best part of it was like 2 minutes long. I just wanted Tilk and Jack fishing. That's all I wanted.
I thought you were going to go with evil Sarah.
No,
like evil Talia. Like I thought you were going to go there, but no, you went with Tilk and Jack fishing. Got it.
Totally. And they were just setting it up to be good, right? Where Tilk's like, "Please, Daniel, for God's sake, please get me out of here." And Jack's like, "No, we're staying." And we didn't even get like a wraparound joke at the end from the whole thing. It's missed opportunity.
Don't worry, Jeff. And I have no qualms telling you about this right now. And everybody's with, don't give spoilers. We're going to revisit this lake a few times.
Good. I want the Tilk and Jack on a dock fishing show. That's all. That's it. Along with the Tilk in the diner being the cook. Like I just want a couple Tilk centric episodes.
Like a whole what if series based on Tilk.
You know, I don't know if
Tilk ran a diner.
I don't know that Christopher Judge is doing that much these days. Let's reach out. See, maybe he'd be down. Let's just... I
don't know that he could do Tilk these days. Maybe he could. I don't know.
You can do the right pitch. I bet he'd find a way.
Yeah. There you go.
Might be fun. All in all, though, this was just Mummy's Curse, but there's a Goa'uld at the end. Because you think of all the Mummy stories over time, it's... you know, some of them, of course, like, oh, it was a mystical mummy thing, but most of them are like, oh, it was this, or this person had this, and whatever. And this just happened to be a Goa'uld. If I tracked right, the dead Goa'uld that we saw dissected, that was Osiris, right?
No.
No?
That was Isis.
Isis. And so was Sarah Osiris? No.
So Sarah was Osiris. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
So this is an example where historically Osiris is a male, now in a female host. Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense. Because at first I was like, is it Osiris and then just rando underling Goa'uld? But no, it's the couple.
Yeah. That's why he/she was looking for his queen. What happened to the Osiris, to the Isis jar? Yeah.
So, I really don't have a lot of notes on this one. It was a fun Mummy's Curse episode.
Yeah.
Daniel had some neat stuff in it, but I do think this is a seed. So I think there have been 2 seeds planted that later on in the season are going to come together. We got reminded that Apophis is still around, right? Even though it was a recording or whatever, but they made a point of us hearing that voice. Remember Apophis? And then in this case, Osiris took off in some weird old school modified knifey looking mothership.
Now you're talking about the voice of Apophis from the previous episode, Tangent.
Yes.
Not from this one. Okay.
Correct. So I think that's what I'm saying. Last week we got a little thing. This week we get Osiris, who is coming out really thinking that the other system lords are taken care of, you know, because Daniel's like, kill them. Apophis was never mentioned. So she's going to go out. They're going to find each other. And I don't think that's going to be a battle. I think they're going to team up. Apophis is going to be like, there are these really horrible people on Earth I hate, and she's going to be like, oh my gosh, I know exactly who you're talking about. Those guys suck. Let's go get them. And then later on in the season, we're going to get the Apophis and Osiris coming after SG1 episode.
All right.
For the tracking board, I didn't get anything.
No, I didn't have anything either. But I did have a God check.
Oh, it's been a while. Yeah,
It's been a while. Obviously, we're talking about Osiris. I will forego the details on Isis, but let's talk about Osiris. This one is probably one that I would hope most people would know, but just to refresh people's mind, Osiris is actually the god of fertility and life and vegetation. Also death and resurrection, basically the circle of life and everything that has to go through that. So that's death, resurrection, life, reproduction, you know, that whole deal. He does eventually become the lord of the underworld, having been killed by his brother Set or Seth. We mentioned him in this particular episode.
Yep, we know Seth.
His other brother Ra, although Osiris was always the oldest. Now, after being cut into pieces and scattered by his brother Set, his wife Isis went and found all the pieces and basically Frankensteined him and put him back together, and he came back to life again.
As you do.
So thus is how he became the lord of the underworld, because he was dead and now he's alive and all that sort of stuff. And that's why he's always depicted, or not always, but he's usually depicted as green, whereas the other Egyptian gods are not predicted,
portrayed.
Thank you. They're not green. He is. Osiris was still worshipped in ancient Egypt as late as when Christianity became the official language of the Roman Empire. A very enduring religious piece to Egypt. Osiris is one of those guys, like, he had been around for a while. If you remember, ancient Egypt was a very polytheistic culture. However, at various times, certain gods took the forefront. And Osiris really took the forefront, really much away from Ra and all these, and he became the main person that was worshipped in Egypt for many thousands of years.
Really? Okay.
Well, at least 8,000 years, and into let's just say the modern era, because you realize, you know, yeah. Anyway, functionally. Do you remember when we went through the thing about after you die, they take your heart and they weigh it against a feather, and if it's lighter than the feather, then you get to go to Egypt heaven, and if it's heavier, then there's like this alligator dog thing hanging out right next to you and drags you off of Egypt hell. Osiris was the god who was like overseeing that ceremony for everybody.
Okay.
Right? Like him and Isis were there.
It's like, here's the scales and there's Osiris standing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he would have been like on the throne, kind of like off to the side, just overseeing that whole ceremony. Now you may know, for a time, pharaohs were considered the sons of Ra, and when they died, they would join him in the sky, right? Yeah. But after the rise of Osiris as a religion, the pharaohs actually began to associate themselves with him more than they did Ra. And instead of joining Ra in the sky, they would join Osiris and be guardians and judges of the underworld. Now, he would go on in many cases to replace many of the primary gods of ancient Egypt as the main worshipee. And he just kind of, I don't know, he's been around since the beginning, but he becomes like the thing there really towards the end and sort of wipes everybody out. Now it doesn't mean that they didn't worship any of the other folks. It's just, he was the primary, like, it seems like in ancient Egypt, there was usually a primary god that people worshiped. Mm-hmm. Even though they still worship them all, but like, here's the one we're focusing on right now. So
yeah, well, it makes sense. Like, we know Greek and Roman mythology, right? And it's like, well, there's Zeus or Jupiter, and like that's the god, and then there's all the other gods, and they're all great, but like there's always this one. Right. Although that was familial, this is more, but somewhat familial still.
Yeah. So anyway, that's Osiris and our god goddess check, and Isis. Isis was his sister / wife. So. Consort.
As you do.
Yeah.
It's pretty fascinating, really. I think in the kind of story beat I was weaving out of this, because if what we know is over time Osiris became the lead because these other ones got set to the side. Well, Seth has been set to the side. Ra is set to the side, really setting up Osiris to become the primary system lord, at least in his mind. Like, yeah, well, this just, I'm just going to do it now. Here we go. So that's really cool how it all lines up. It's almost like they planned it that way.
Almost. We'll have to see if that's how they write it going forward.
Did you catch anything they planned as far as messages go in this one?
Not really. I mean, I suppose I could pull out something like, people have to be allowed to grieve, but you don't have to take your grief out on others. The way that Stephen was like, he needed to grieve.
Yeah.
But where he turned around and just started lashing out at Daniel, really uncalled for, not really cool. They never stepped back and like, hey, this was wrong. You shouldn't have done that. Like, it wasn't a message. It was just a thing they showed there. Other than that, as you said, Jeff, this was a mummy movie or a mummy episode. That's all it was. And it was that kind of adventure. We left with, I want to think that Osiris / Sarah is what Hathor should have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get that.
Because this one feels a little menacing. Totally. She gets away in rings, so she's not dead. She's still out there,
Yeah. It's almost like they learned their lesson. Yes. Like, because everything down even just to the lighting they had for her, because she was wearing this super simple, like really comfortable looking hoodie, but it seemed like majestic and ominous, and it was just really well done this time, whereas Hathor was just the joke.
And I mean, frankly, the I don't know the name of the girl who plays her, but when we saw her as Sarah early in the episode, she was very like girl next door. But when she went full on Osiris, she just like, it wasn't Goa'uld like weird Egyptian dressing. It was just, I'm larger than life now. Like she really pulled that off. But no, I didn't really catch much out of this. So I'm not even giving this one a chevron. It's no chevrons. Doesn't mean I didn't like the episode. It just didn't really have the messages, and that's okay.
I pulled one thing out of it, but much like what you got, it was, there it is, and they did nothing with it. But it was a line that O'Neill actually said when they were fishing, and Tilk's like, yeah, we're fishing. I haven't caught anything. He says it's not about the fish. It's the act of fishing itself.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it's not the destination, it's the journey kind of a thing. And there's a lot to that. Although, like, literally, it was a line that O'Neill said and that's not chevron worthy.
No, not at all. Now, I do ratings based on chevrons of how strong a message is. Jeff, though, you get to talk about how much we liked this message by placing this episode in our 100% completely accurate and definitive ranking of season 4 of Stargate SG-1. Oh, Jeff, where do we go? Bottom or top? Bottom. I'm going to go right in the middle. I'm going to pull out the middle 5 of this particular list. We have 12 on the list, so the middle 5. Let's start with number 9. Our 9th episode is The Other Side. Our 8th episode is Tangent. Our 7th episode is Beneath the Surface. The 6th episode is First Ones. 5 is Crossroads. Jeff, I'm thinking I might have got it right in the range of where you're going to be, but I could be wrong. You could be a little above. You could be a little below. Where do you place The Curse?
Got a couple spots I want to put it. I think you're in the right general area right there. It's a good spot. It's not in the top. It's not in the bottom though either. We watched what was it? Tangent was last week.
Yep.
In the number 8 spot. The Other Side, that was O'Neill was like was going to kill what's her name, the Tok'ra lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Anise.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's where I'm going to put this one. I think I'm going to make this the new number 10, just below that one. This wasn't a bad episode by any means. It just also was just It was okay.
All right, Jeff. Well, that is going to do it for The Curse. Next time, we're on to the next episode, episode 14 of season 4. It's titled The Serpent's Venom. Jeff, talk to us, buddy. I know you have thoughts on where this is going. Tell us about it.
The serpent's anything means Apophis. That's a lesson that Jeff has learned through all of this. And I feel like I was just talking about a future episode with Apophis in it. Brent, we're going to get a direct follow-up to this episode with Apophis and Osiris teaming up. Apophis +1, essentially.
They have certainly brought Apophis back into our mind, the forefront of our mind with Tangent, and they've brought us back. How does it feel, Jeff? I mean, think back over the last bunch of episodes that we've had. We've had Upgrades and The Other Side and the Watergate where they went to Russia, and we've had all these episodes of season 4. Not many of them have really dealt with the Goa'uld a whole lot. Like we've been doing a bunch of other stuff. How's it feel to be back with the Goa'uld now, our main bad guys of the show?
It really is like a comfort thing where it's just like, oh, I get this. This is what we're doing. This is the thing. And so it's nice. And I think we just had this little sequence of 2 episodes before that's going to lead right into this. And, and even Haror, like there's
Haror.
Haror is out there as well, right? So maybe there's going to be some team up with Apophis and him and Osiris coming together. It's system lords taking out the SGC.
All right. So are you adding Haror? So it's Osiris, Apophis, and Haror is like a big trio. Is that what you're saying?
Apophis and Haror aren't good, right? They're not like connected. Yeah, I don't think so.
Not necessarily, but
right. It's not. They're not like
what's been happening behind the scenes without us,
Right, because he's been busy. I don't think it'll be him. I think it'll be Osiris.
Also, Apophis has died apparently a lot of times. Got brought back to life, and then he killed Sokar, and now
now he's Lord of the
Sokar.
Underworld.
Yeah.
The devil.
Oh,
so I think it's going to be
rollback.
Huh?
Cyrus wants his rollback.
Ooh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So we're going to see Osiris and Apophis, I think, in this one.
All right. Well, you're a good guesser, Jeff.
Yeah.
And we'll find out exactly what happens on the Serpent's Venom next week, right here on Stargate SG-1 for the first time. Thank you guys so much for joining us out there. Please don't forget to share this show with anyone out there that you know who loves Stargate. While you're out there doing that, please leave us a rating, a review, wherever you catch your podcast. And like we said, just share the show. It literally is the best way to help us spread the good word about what we got going on over here at the For the First Time stuff that we've got going on all the way around, all the way in the channel. Hey, and by the way, speaking of other first time stuff, make sure you check out our show Babylon 5. Make sure you check out Crusade and whatever else we got going on. There's a ton. I'm going to stop naming them because whatever. So with that, we're going to get out of here. My name's Brent. That's Jeff. We'll talk to you guys. Hey, Jeff.
It's kind of early in the day. You want to go fishing?
I got some stuff I've been meaning to get to here. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna stay here.
Are you sure?
Oh yes, I'm very sure.
For crying out loud.